Right, hello, it's Scott again. This is the second video of my 10 videos looking at 10 games on 10 systems, and hopefully it'll work. The game we're going to look at now is Masters of the Universe, the movie, on the Amstrad CPC. So this is the exciting looking skeleton. Screenshots of the game, and this has been picked completely at random. The other one, which has a longer loading time, I was going to look at was Dragon Ninja. So if Master of the Universe doesn't work, I'll probably put this one on. Anyway, with the Amstrad, if I can remember the load, I believe it's, what is it again, Control, reach, and Enter, press play, and any key. Alright, so that should load the game in theory. Looks like it's loading there. So it's the thing with these old tape decks, if you have a younger generation, anything from really 25 and younger, you probably missed all this, and it was a really good thing. Don't look back at these days fondly. Loading from tape was rubbish. There's no getting around for it. So you can see that hopefully it's going to work. So I'll pause this, come back when it's loaded. See you in about 3 minutes, or maybe longer. So hello again, we're not there yet. In fact, I've only paused the video for a minute or so, but you can hear that noise, you youngsters. A typical loading screen, similar to maybe how the Spectrum would load. So you usually got a loading screen to keep you sort of busy while it entertained while it loaded, and it usually came up in little lines. So I think that's Dolph Lundgren, however you pronounce his name. So the Amstrad was something I bought off a regular Retro Gamer poster called Sir Clive, who's one of the main posters over in the Retro Gamer forum, and I got this for 15 quid, and he said there's your doorstep for you. Came round, and so I got the monitor, which is a full colour monitor obviously, and the setup for £15. He was just trying to get a shot of it. He's not a fan of the Amstrad. I'm not a massive fan of the system, but it is nice. It's all compact. It's in fairly good nick. A bit of paint down one side of the monitor for some reason. And I have loads of games for it, and I haven't played maybe 100 games, and I've maybe played 10. And it just put you off these loading times. I mean, it's not a major issue. You can play on lots of other systems while you're waiting for these games to load, but a lot of them were real gambles, and as a kid you would often buy your games based on the artwork, because a magazine was about the same as a game, so you tended to, there was no internet of course, none of that, and so you often judged the game by its cover. And while there were occasional bargains for $1.99, $2.99, most of the games were really poor and were just released out there, and unfortunately I was suckered in many times to spending my pocket money, whatever it was, getting a game home, and even I knew then that it was fairly... Okay, so I've been playing the game for a few minutes now. I've already done a initial video which I had to abort because the controller wasn't working properly. So so this is the game, and it's very influenced by I think by like Gauntlet, those kind of games. It's multiple screen game. Unfortunately, a lot of these screens look exactly the same, and so you can easily get disorientated. And the main thrust of the game appears to be you wandering around. These blue characters appear and you shoot them. It's very hard to avoid taking any damage, so you kind of wander around for a little bit, get a hit, and then you hope to pick up a sword which will get your life bar back up. Don't know what these bits are either. Key traced to shop called Charlie's something or other. Presumably that's a clue or something like that. Not sure. say, they appear and then you get shot, and the opportunity to react to that is extremely limited, which is very frustrating. But I wouldn't be surprised if there are about a squillion levels to this, and maybe you have to make maps or they're just randomly generated, I don't know. A little log. Endless gravestones. Haven't seen Skeletor yet. Presumably he's the bad guy or something. So I'm using the QuickShot 2 joystick, which is for people who've grown up using D-pads would find them extremely irritating to use these kind of old style joysticks, but this is what we had at the time, and I still find them pretty easy to use, but I imagine many people wouldn't. So as I say, even if you didn't particularly like your game, you thought, well, I've just spent X amount of time loading it, I'll give it a play. I really don't know what to make out of this. It's technically playable in that you can, it's sort of almost like a shoot 'em up. Maybe get some fun out of it, but it appears a bit too random. I'm sure there's some method to it if you map it out or whatever, but the other thing that sometimes annoys me about the Amstrad games is you can see the monitor just about anyway, and you can see the actual image within the monitor was never full size, well, almost never, which made the actual size of the monitor redundant, so you played on this tiny screen. The Amstrad produced some very, very colourful looking games, and a bit like the Commodore, sometimes that was resolution was sacrificed, where of course in the Spectrum you had a limited colour palette, not from colour clash, but you had often more detailed sprites, so it's personal preference which you prefer. I'm not a massive fan of the Spectrum, so I sort of prefer this look, to be honest. Amstrad games sometimes had a little issue with scrolling as well. I don't know, they had hardware scrolling or whatever, and so sometimes scrolling on games is a little bit jerky or jumpy, so yet again, on games that implemented it reasonably well, not much to notice, but sometimes in shooters or would stand out. Now technically this looks like it could go on forever. I seem to have very generous health. I've already used 2 lives and I've been playing for 20 odd minutes, so that may or may not give you an idea what the game's like. So thanks again for watching. I think I'm on, not that I'm particularly bothered about these things, about 80, close to 90 subscribers. I guess it would be nice to get to 100 at least. I've been here like long enough. Others have got far more, but then that's what you get for not posting very much, I guess. But if you are watching, thanks very much for your support, and I'll move on to game 3, which will be on the Atari Jaguar. So thanks for watching.